Flag Day is directed and starring Sean Penn. And before you watch it, if you decide to do so, bring a box of tissues, because me in the theater, it was not pretty. It was not pretty whatsoever. I was able to see this film early, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts right now. Hey everybody, my name is Brandon, aka the BrandoCritic. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I'm sending you all positive vibes your way. But if it's your first time here and you want to see more early movie reviews just like this, movie reactions and hangout live streams where we talk about movies, then this is the place for you. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. 85% of you who are watching are unsubscribed, and I hear that you guys are utterly depressed. Your happiness lies with that one click of the subscribe button, and if you want to be really happy, hit that notification bell as well. You'll never miss a single video. And don't forget to check out my friends at Movie Scene Canada as well. Their link is in the video description box below. But today, I'm going to give you my honest, no BS review for Flag Day and tell you if it's worth a watch. So, we have Flag Day, directed by Sean Penn, and you know him from many movies, but in the director's chair, you know him from Into the Wild and a couple Peter Gabriel shorts in the early 2000s. And it stars Sean Penn, his daughter Dylan Penn, Catherine Winnick, Josh Brolin, and Regina King, amongst others. And the story is basically Sean Penn is this con man, and he's this father of this girl, and it shows her life growing up, and he's constantly coming in and out of her life at different moments, and you see him just cause a lot of drama, cause a lot of issues, and it shows her coming of age story through her father's relationship. But is Flag Day worth a watch? It's not the worst movie in the world. It's depressing. And I was talking with my business partner, and he's just like, really? I didn't think it was going to be that depressing from the trailer. Oh, trust me, it was depressing. I don't normally cry a lot in movies, but in the theater especially, man, oh man, I was a wreck in this movie. I will say that right now. So if you want movies with happy endings or just happy stories altogether, stay away. Don't watch this movie. But I will say though that this movie has really great acting. Now Sean Penn is, one of the best actors of our generation. He is not up to Mystic River form here. He's still good. He's not going to win any awards for this role, but he knows how to act. But so does his daughter. Wow, she is astonishing in this movie. Really, really great stuff. And just through her performance, you feel the amount of BS that her character has had to go through. You feel the weight that's on her shoulders. And, when she cries or when she yells, you just see that outpouring of all that pent up emotion. And, it got me. And like I said earlier, I was a wreck in this movie. And whenever you cry like that, or when you laugh like extremely crazy, or you're just smiling from ear to ear, when watching a movie, it's an involuntary human emotion. And you can't deny that. So I gotta say that this movie did emotionally move me. And the cinematography looked great as well. And this movie is all about childhood and how your childhood can be skewed by certain memories. And from anyone born before the year 2000, our childhood most of the time is recorded on those little camcorders. And of course, through the movie, you see Sean Penn with the little camcorder, and you see all the memories of them at the lake or, at an amusement park. And that reminded me of my childhood as well. Me going up to the lake and playing with my old Pokemon Game Boy and just things like that. So of course it has that nostalgic feel to it, and there's a lot of handheld shaky cam in the movie, and it's not like Taken shaky cam. Of course, this is not one of those types of movies, but there's a lot of handheld movements in there, and I thought that was maybe a callback to that. I could just be pulling that out of my ass. Maybe he just wanted a handheld feel, but I thought there was a correlation there. So if that was a correlation, then good work, Sean Penn. If it wasn't, well, then the movie still looks good anyway. But here's the problem. This movie, yes, it is relatively well made, right? It's a good looking movie. It's well paced. It's great acting. But the problem is, I've seen this story before. I've seen thousands of movies like this. And the overall message and the allegory and the thing that this movie is trying to say, I got it within the first 20 minutes. The rest of the movie just felt like, yeah, we have a movie to make. So it just felt like routine. It felt like, yep, this is the rest of the movie now. You got it within the first 20 minutes. Now, the movie is called Flag Day, right? Now, I'm not American, right? We do celebrate Canada Day on July 1st, which is basically like the 4th of July, our Independence Day. Same kind of deal. We wear red and white, and we celebrate and do all the parades and things like that, and do fireworks and barbecues and all that good stuff. But Flag Day, we never call it that. But, Sean Penn's character, the father, he is born on the 4th of July. And of course, when you see it in the trailer, she's talking about, oh, my father always wanted freedom, right? He's an entrepreneur. He never wanted to work for the 9-to-5 job. So he's always trying to find ways to, get real freedom, more freedom than anyone could ever dream of. So he does all these different cons, he prints money, but the movie's not really about that though. It's more about the daughter relationship with him. And the problem with this movie is that I think that it feels like it's more important than it actually is, like it's deeper and more complex than it really is. It thinks it's this really deep story about the American dream. It's this allegory for freedom and chasing what you want and doing anything for your love of your daughter. I don't know, guys. It seems just very surface level. It's like, I get it. The dad wants freedom, so he does all these bad things. Got it. The daughter, of course, loves her father because, you know, as a child, she didn't have a very good home life and her dad was kind of an escape from that. But, of course, growing up, you realize that the dad also does some bad things. You know, it's very simple. So while I enjoyed this movie for sure, it doesn't really have that oomph, that je ne sais quoi, that, you know, real staying power. And yes, I did cry in this movie, so that definitely accounts for something. But I don't know, there's a part of me that really enjoyed my time with it because I was so emotionally invested and so emotionally involved. But then another part of me is just like, yeah, this movie's so simple. This movie is just very plain, and this movie thinks that it's bigger than it actually is, but you get it within the first 20 minutes. So again, I don't think you'll hate this movie if you see it, unless you really want happy endings and happy stories and you want to smile, then this is not the movie for you. But again, I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. It's kind of in the middle, you know, there's parts of it that I really enjoyed, but there's parts of it I was like, you know, I get this, you know, we're just flowing down the river, we're just going through the motions, we're just, you know, we're watching a movie. Again, I'm not really explaining that too well, but I hope you understand what I mean. It's just not as important as the movie thinks it is. So what about you guys? Have you guys seen Flag Day? Will you watch Flag Day? If you have, let me know your thoughts down below. And do you guys know movies that think they're more important than they actually are, where you just completely get the message within the first 5 to 20 minutes, and then the rest of the movie is just, you know, going through the motions, right? Like, it's well made, it's well acted, and I was invested, but that's about it. 3 out of 5, it's still a fresh score. So Sean Penn, good job. And of course, if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos just like this, then definitely hit like and subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at BrandoCritic. And remember, we have merch now, so go check that out as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.